Wie hast du uns gefunden?
That's the first thing he says. Hallo Leute, ich bin Mary und willkommen auf meinem Kanal. Hello everybody, my name is Mary and if you're new here, I make a video every single day, so push that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss a video from my channel. I also want to mention my Patreon because on there you're going to find BTS, deleted scenes and early access. So if that's something that interests you, definitely check it out. The link is going to be in my bio as well as all my social media if you want to follow me on there. We've reached episode 7 of Dark and I'm so excited because last we left off, Adam seemingly destroyed the world and everybody in it. So I'm really excited to jump right into this episode. I don't really want to dilly-dally. I just want to jump in. So let's get watching. Let's start this episode.
Alle werden sterben. Aber nicht wegen dir, sondern wegen ihm.
Oh, I see. And that's what made Jonas save himself in the other reality. Yes, this is what I want to know. How did Jonas save himself?
Das Paradies ist frei. Schmerz und Leid. Und alle Toten.
Alle Toten.
Leben sich
I
öffnen.
can see why she was so drawn to it at first. Why she would have rejected it a bit later. Oh, poor baby.
Manchmal glaube ich, es hätte nie aufzuregnen.
What's she doing here? And how did she...
Celia.
Celia. Okay, she finally said her name out loud. I was like wondering what the hell her name was for so long. 1890. So that's what her role was, because we saw her go into the black matter.
Ich kann das nicht mehr.
So they go their separate ways at this point. And I gotta say that this version of Claudia with the long hair even further looks like her elderly self. And that really is just me praising the casting director once again. Such a good job on this show, really. What? He wants to kill himself? Somehow I think even if he does, it's just... Wait. No one can let him be.
Du kannst nicht sterben.
Oh my god. He literally can't die. He literally can't escape this. Wow.
Du kannst dir nicht das Leben nehmen. Weil es dein älteres Ich bereits gibt.
That was always like hinted, but now it's like affirmative, it's acknowledged, it's been painted for us very, very clearly, very vividly. He cannot die. Time will just not allow it. What?
Einmal noch.
Alright. So he got her pregnant. That much time has passed, 9 months later.
Das ist ein Bursch.
I guess he's over Marta. Wie soll heißen?
Hanno.
Hanno. She's gonna kill her evil counterpart.
Ohne alles Leben darin zu zerstören. Ein Weg, das Regina liebt. Ich erinnere mich noch genau, was sie gesagt hat. Wenn alles gelingt, dann wird Regina leben. Ich habe darüber all die Jahre nachgedacht. Ich kann einfach nicht glauben, dass sie damit gemeint hat, dass ich ihr Leiden auf immer wiederholen soll.
Oh, wow. Wow. Well, you know, that's one less counterpart to be confused over. Celia dies?
Wir haben alles versucht, Bartosz. Sie wollte, dass sie Agnes heißt.
Oh my god! Bartosz is related to the fucking Nielsens too! That's little Charlotte. The path will open.
Und dann werden wir dort sein. Du, ich und Charlotte.
Oh wow, she looks so different. Oh, and her baby was taken from her. That's what Noah meant when he said that you were taken from me. This is that point. So Charlotte, the baby Charlotte, was from the future, and then she was taken to go back to the past to be raised by H.G. Tannhaus. For what purpose? Hannah. So that's where she traveled to, further back in time. And she didn't get rid of the baby. It's a girl. Celia.
Ich suche Jonas.
Oh.
Das Reisen ist nicht spurlos an ihm vorbeigegangen.
Oh. So it's been a few years, I guess, since Jonas has changed. Oh my God, always looking at that one painting. He's got a huge study room. Jealous. Celia and Jonas were always related. Oh my God, he looks... I feel like that is the middle-aged Jonas in makeup.
Sie ist deine Schwester.
Weird. This is like the weirdest reunion.
Wie hast du uns gefunden?
That's the first thing he says?
Eva, ich habe alles kaputt gemacht.
God.
Aber jetzt bin ich hier. Ich bin hier, Jonas.
I don't think he has any love for his mother. Oh God, this is so chilling.
Bartosz, mach ihn die Kammer zurecht.
Oh, got cold. Cold in here. What's he doing? It's kind of creepy.
Was machst du da?
What the f...
Celia. Sie gehört nicht hierher.
Was soll das heißen? Sie gehört nicht hierher.
Alle Spielsteine müssen auf ihre Position.
Sie ist hier falsch. Genau wie du.
So what? What are you gonna do? Dude, he's super creepy.
Mama.
Oh my God! He kills Hannah? Like, Jesus, I don't like the woman, but that's your mom. Oh my God, so Hannah's just dead just like that? What the fuck is he gonna do with his sister?
Ich will dir ein Geheimnis zeigen. Aber wir wollen deine Mama schlafen lassen, ja?
Oh my God. Jesus.
Ich brauche einen Platz zum Schlafen.
Anno?
Oh, Hannah.
Richte dem Herrn die Kammer her.
Oh my God. Hannah. That was his name because, oh my God, Adam changed his name. Noah is Bartosz's son? No.
Sie hat uns alle belogen.
He's a freaking liar.
Das Buch.
Das Buch.
Du hast es bei dir.
Oh, this is the point.
Du musst die Weichen stellen, egal wie schwer es dir scheint. Aber du wirst endlich alles ändern können.
Oh my
Der
God.
Apparat, der
That's...
wird ihn reparieren.
That's where elderly Claudie is. It's the first time we're seeing her since she's been shot.
Du musst die Passage zerstören
It's destroyed.
und den Knoten mit dir. Diesmal wird es gelingen. Du darfst die Hoffnung niemals verlieren.
She's said that to him a few times now.
Wir tragen die gleichen Namen. Auf welche Seite du wirklich gehörst.
Oh my
Du
God.
verstehst es jetzt vielleicht noch nicht. Aber mit uns entscheidest du dich für das Leben. Mit Adam für den Tod.
He's still alive.
Hallo Jonas.
All right, this episode was huge. I had my tissues out just in case I was gonna cry, but surprisingly, I didn't cry at all. It was weird because when Adam was killing Hannah, I didn't feel anything. Well, I did feel something, but it wasn't sadness. We saw Katharina be killed by her mother in the previous episode, and that shook me to my core. That was devastating to see. I almost anticipated Adam killing his mum because he has little regard for members of his own family. We've seen that. That's very evident, and everyone is related to Adam, by the way, which he knows at this point. So if everyone's related to Adam, like, what does his own mother mean to Adam? Obviously nothing, but I'll get to that a little bit further on. I am going to talk about quite a few things in this video, but I obviously won't touch on everything. So much happened in that episode. I think ultimately this episode was about all of Adam's pawns moving into the positions they need to move into in order for everything to kind of play out as it was always meant to. So we saw Elisabeth and Charlotte go into the future and take little baby Charlotte, which must have been so heartbreaking for future Elisabeth with the one blind eye to do, because she knows what it was like for that moment when little Charlotte was taken, yet she still did it to her younger self. So Adam must have really persuaded her with a really good reason. So we were told in the last episode when teenage Charlotte was asking H.D. Tannhaus about her parents essentially, and he told her that two strangers brought this little baby to his house the same night that his family and his actual granddaughter died. So, you know, it got me thinking that maybe Adam is behind the death of H.G. Tannhaus's entire family as well, because the death of his entire family becomes the prime motivation for H.G. Tannhaus building this time machine in the 1980s. That could be why maybe Adam was behind the killing of his family. That's just me speculating. I hope we get to find out a little bit more in the last episode. I haven't seen the runtime for the last episode, but fingers crossed it's longer than 50 minutes. Another pawn was Celia. Celia's name, I don't know if it was ever revealed in the previous episodes, but for me, I finally found out who Celia was. As I said, I haven't been reading into the wikis. I haven't been IMDbing the character names. I haven't been looking at the credits at the end for names or clues or anything like that. I've literally just been going into each episode blind. So for me, that was the first time finding out Celia's name and finding out that Celia was actually the baby that Hannah never ended up aborting, and that Celia is actually from the 1950s. For the longest time, I thought Bartosz was the only one that wasn't related to everyone. Boy, was I wrong. When the show said everything is connected, everything is freaking connected. Nothing is not connected. Bartosz is related to one another. But I'm not going to go into the wormhole of who's related to who through this way and that way, because I would literally never get out of it. So yeah, as I said, in the beginning of the episode, we see a Jonas, a middle-aged Jonas slash stranger who is stuck in the 19th century trying to fix this dark matter. And we get a glimpse of what he will later become. And then towards the end of the episode, we see an Adam. He's not the 1920s Adam that we first see in the second season, but he's the 1911 version of Adam. So it's been a while since he's been working on the wormhole, and he's obviously gotten there, and it's really shaped his personality because he ends up killing his mom and he ends up moving Celia, little Celia, to where she needs to be, which is going to be in the future. And Bartosz doesn't even contest that. He's at the point where he's just so defeated, and he's clearly happy to accept his position, to just accept whatever Adam tells him. In the beginning, Hannah says that, "I've been looking for you, Jonas. Eva came to my door and said that you were here." Eva from the alternate universe traveled to the 1950s/60s to talk to Hannah, to tell her that this is where her son is, only for her to be murdered and only for Celia to be taken to the future. So this Eva that told Hannah that, I'm going to assume she knew that that was going to be her fate, and that was going to be Celia's fate, because I feel like Eva and Adam have this all-knowing knowledge. I just want to know what the purpose in Eva's perspective was for that particular move. I think also the fact that, Adam has very little regard for his whole entire family, because his whole entire family is related to him. So, why would he care about his mother, who he hasn't seen in many, many, many years? Of course, he wouldn't care about killing her. I saw this darkness in him when Hannah touched his face and Adam just moved it ever so gently and told Bartosz to prepare their chambers. That was just really dark and ominous. And I couldn't tell if it was the burns on his face or if he was actually crying because he knew that he was going to end up killing his mother. But even if he did have feelings, I think for a guy who knows that he can essentially never die, it's inevitably gonna turn you crazy. Let's think about life. The beauty and the magic of life is the fact that it is temporary. That's always sitting in the back of everybody's heads. Every moment is precious because it can never be repeated. Although we do, but we are told not to take people in our lives for granted because they can leave your life at any point. Adam doesn't have that. He's literally tried to kill himself and it hasn't worked. Having that kind of burden, the burden of never dying, it changes a person, and it has changed Jonas. I can see why he just doesn't want anything to exist. And it was so funny at the very end when he opened his eyes and he's like, shit, I am still here. It didn't work. So I'm excited for this final episode because we're gonna see the aftermath of why it didn't work. What happens to Adam? What's he gonna do now that everything he's tried has not worked? He's waited 6 years. There's gonna be deleted scenes and behind the scenes available for Dark. I have Dark Season 1 and Dark Season 2 deleted scenes already up on my Patreon. Season 3 is coming as well. And next I'm going to be watching Lord of the Rings. So that's gonna be available on Patreon for early access as well. So yeah, check it out. It's in the description box as well as my social media handles if you want to follow me on there. Thank you so much for joining me on this episode. It was such a good episode. I absolutely loved it and I can't wait for the next one. So I'll see you in my next video. Auf Wiedersehen.